Peace, family. It's your brother King Cam, and today I want to talk to you all about my journey into the tech industry, how I was able to turn $100 into 85K. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you just get into technology or you want to learn more about getting into technology, then you definitely want to check this video out, and you definitely want to make sure that you are tapped in. So I need you to make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and I need you to make sure that you hit that like button on this video and hit the bell so you can stay notified each and every time that we drop a video. With that being said, family, I want to talk about what my journey in tech was. My journey in tech was something that was unexpected for me, but it was a definite blessing. So I want to start from the beginning, because I was introduced into the tech industry from a entry level position in July of 2021. July of 2022. Before July of 2022, I was doing social media management, social media brand marketing, and development online. I had my own consulting business, but also I had independent contracts with different companies. At the end of 2021, I was with the company I had a contract with, and I'm not gonna go too deep into that story, but long story short, the contract ended and I needed to find some way to supplement my income, because my monetization on social media had also been taken away from me as well due to certain content and things like that. I don't know what type of community this is when the content that I put out causes my accounts to get striked or demonetized, but that's another conversation for another day. So I was in the process of trying to secure some type of employment, trying to get my finances in order and things of that nature. So between the beginning of 2022 all the way until July of 2022, I was just looking for some financial stability. I'm trying to make sure everything at my house was situated, things like that. I was going through a really, really, really tough time. I had whips that was repoed.
Oh my God.
Had to make sure that the rent was paid. All of that different stuff had to take place. So it was really, really rough. It was really broke, and I was looking for something. So I had been working with the security company, doing some security, and I had an epiphany one day at work. I'm sitting at work at the security site, and at this particular site, there is a Tesla charging station. So every day I'm at the site, I'm seeing the Teslas come in and out every day, in and out, in and out, in and out, non-stop at this Tesla charging station. And then it dawned on me as I'm watching the Teslas come in and out, the importance of technology and how it's expanding, because you had the Tesla electric car. Then at around that time, they had just released, Elon Musk had just dropped the news about the electric semi trucks that was coming out. So it's a lot of forward progression when it comes to technology. So I have been reading the article about the semis, the electric semis coming out, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, if it's so much demand for these electric cars, not only does Tesla have electric cars, but now your other manufacturers are now beginning to get electric cars. So Mercedes has an electric car, Honda has an electric car, I believe. Cadillac has an electric car, Chevy has electric whips. So all of the big names, everybody's going into electric. So I'm reading this article and I'm saying to myself, well, now we have to be able to meet the demand of not only just the electric cars and charging stations, because with the semi trucks, you're going to have charging stations on the highways now. You're going to have those at rest stops. So that is going to increase demand, and that's going to create jobs. But you're going to have technicians to actually fix and repair these charging stations when they go down. The parts that are involved in these charging stations have to be supplied, have to be troubleshooted, all of that different type of stuff. So technology is just all over the place in every industry that you look, whether you are doing contactless menus in food, whether you are utilizing software in logistics, either in the healthcare field, you're utilizing different apps and software to order products, to order medicine. They have different apps now where you can even talk to doctors via these apps. So technology is in every field. Greetings. You may have seen my video on YouTube where I talk about my tech journey and how I was able to take $100 and turn it into $85K. The way I was able to do that was jumping into the tech industry, breaking through that door, and getting in on an entry level through a tech boot camp by the name of Course Careers. Number one, the reason why I took Course Careers was because of the price. Course Careers is extremely affordable. It is only $500, and if you utilize my discount code, it can take $50 off and it actually be $450. But even better, they have a payment plan for those of us who wasn't able to pay $450 up front, because I couldn't even pay $450 up front. That's how bad your brother was. So I wasn't able to pay $450 up front, but they have a payment plan option that allows you to put $100 down and you're able to get access to the course. The number two reason why I got into Course Careers was because of all of the testimonials. The third reason why I took Course Careers was because of the free introductory course. Troy did an excellent, phenomenal job in the free introductory course that gave you an outline of what you will be learning in Course Careers, and also went through his own personal story, his own personal struggles, and how tech sales changed his life and why it will be able to change your life as well. So if you're interested in taking Course Careers, I'm going to put my discount code up and available so you can get $50 off. If you click the link below, you're going to be able to start your Course Careers journey, get $50 off, and then what I want you to do is refer a friend, because once this changes your life, why would you keep it to yourself? You need to let somebody else know. So again, click the link in the bio, click the link below, and when you click the link below, I thought it was on Instagram. When you click the link below, then you'll be able to start your tech journey, get to this tech bag, and don't forget the discount code that's going to take $50 off. Don't hesitate, family. Don't waste no more time. Get in the Course Careers right now. Click the link below. Let's get started. And then feel free to reach out to me. I want to help as many people as possible, especially people in my community. So click the link below again. Let's get started. Get the $50 off. Let's get to the bag. So I was saying to myself, I should take this time and begin to add to my toolbox, begin to add to my skills. So I said, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to do something in technology. Now, just to catch you up, I had already, about 10 years ago when I first graduated high school, not 10 years ago. That was 2008. So I graduated in 2008. So back in 2008, 2009, I had first wanted to go to school for criminal justice. Then I decided, don't want to do criminal justice if I wasn't going to be an attorney, wasn't going to be a defense lawyer. So I said, I want to do IT. So I originally wanted to do IT, but life happened at that time. Had my first child in 2009. So, wasn't able to get into it. So fast forward to 2023. Going through digital real estate in 2018, becoming a social media brand developer and builder, understanding social media and algorithms, understanding what Bitcoin is and blockchain and decentralized currency, and then getting into NFTs. So I'm being introduced to all of these different technology, and I'm understanding how it's affecting the marketplace, how it's affecting entrepreneurship, and of course you're gonna have pros and cons with anything. So I'm always looking for the pros and trying to minimize the cons. So all of this different technology, AI, right? Artificial intelligence, you have augmented reality, you have virtual reality, you got all this stuff going on. So technology is all over the place. And instead of trying to run from it like most people do, we should be embracing, learning more about it, and becoming as skillful and wise about it so that we can use it to our advantage. So I said, I'm going to go to school for IT. So I started looking for schools. I'm looking for schools, and I'm trying to figure out which school I'm going to go to, because I also wanted to go to school and needed to get a bachelor's degree for something else that I'm trying to accomplish as well. So I said, if I'm going to go to school for something, then it needs to be something that I can utilize. It can go into my bag of skills that I can use moving forward to increase my finances. So as I'm talking to family and friends about this, my sister says to me, how about tech sales? Have you ever heard about tech sales? I said, tech sales? no, I never heard anything about tech sales. What is tech sales? So she started texting me these different articles and information about tech sales because the company that she works for, which is Intuit, they are partnered with TurboTax and all of that stuff. It's a technology company, and they were looking to hire people for tech sales. So she was sending me this information. I'm reading this information, and then she sends me the Instagram for Cyrus Harbin. She sends me the Instagram for Cyrus Harbin, tells me she's been following his content and I should check his content out because he talks about tech sales, sales engineering, breaking into tech and things like that. Because she also told me you didn't need a degree, you didn't need prior experience, any of that. So boot camps was available. So I'm looking at all this stuff. So then I get on Cyrus Instagram and I start following his content. I start watching his videos. I'm checking out his live streams because he's doing Q&A live streams about tech and people are asking a bunch of questions. And he is promoting these tech boot camps. And the way that he got into tech was through one of the 2 boot camps that he had promoted. And the first boot camp that he promoted, I looked into, but it was out of my price range. As I mentioned earlier, family, your brother was broke. I was going through a lot of financial situations, so I could not foot the bill for $3,500 for a boot camp. I had looked into some other boot camps as well. I came across a couple of them. Some of them that were saying if you complete the boot camp, then they would take a percentage of the money from the salary that you make until it's paid off once you lock in a job type of deal. I was like, nope, sound too much like slavery. I'm not messing with that because they want to lock you in and be able to take percentages out of your paycheck. So I wasn't with that. And I knew interest was a part of it, especially the prices. They was talking about $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for these tech boot camps. So there was another tech boot camp that Cyrus had mentioned as well. Shout out to Cyrus too, because since the beginning of this journey to where we are now, me and Cyrus have built a relationship. That's a very good brother, teaching me a whole lot about the tech industry and the tech game. So shout out to him. So he had promoted another boot camp that was way more affordable. So this was a boot camp by the name of Course Careers. Shout out to Course Careers, right? So because without Course Careers, I wouldn't be here on this camera telling you about how I was able to break into tech. So he's talking about Course Careers on his live streams, and he's saying that's a more affordable option for people who can't take the other boot camp. So I say, okay, cool. Let me check out Course Careers. So I hit the link on Cyrus Instagram. I get over to Course Careers. He also got a discount code, right? So it takes $50 off. So I'm like, shoot, I'm all for discounts right now. I'm a discount looking for a person right now. I need all type of discounts. I need everything. So I get on the Course Careers and start checking it out. Now, me being in digital real estate, shout out to Brother Ben X for digital real estate, because I learned so much, not only just about brand building and building a following online, bringing value through content, but I also learned and through the relationships, as well as the classes, as well as even working with particular companies. I learned about course creation. I learned about how to bring value when you're creating a course and what's most important. And one of the most important things is testimonials, family. So I'm going to give you this nugget. Anything that you are looking to invest in, if somebody say they got a course or they have a program, the first thing that you want to do is look at the testimonials. It's similar to when you're buying a product and it's a big investment. You going to check out the reviews to see what everybody else said who purchased it. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to courses and programs. You want to check out the testimonials to see has anybody gotten results from this particular program or course. So that's the first thing I did when I got onto Course Careers, was went straight to the testimonials. So I watched a few testimonials just to see, if these were people who could possibly have been paid to give testimonials, or was this real life-changing information. Come to find out, this is real life-changing information. How do I know? Because it changed my life. So I watched the different testimonials, and shout out to Troy, who was the founder of Course Careers, because he did an excellent job with this course. So I go through the testimonials and I see so many different people from so many different backgrounds, coming from different, working backgrounds, different fields. Everybody bearing witness to the fact that this information in this course really helped them land a job in tech. So I said, okay. So then after that, I watched the free introductory course where then Troy goes through his story. Troy talks about his journey in tech and how he was able to make some money and then what led him to actually creating Course Careers and things of that nature. So after the testimonials and after watching Troy in the free introductory course and seeing the price with Cyrus discount, I was sold. Greetings. You may have seen my video on YouTube where I talk about my tech journey and how I was able to take $100 and turn it into $85K. The way I was able to do that was jumping into the tech industry, breaking through that door and getting in on an entry level through a tech boot camp by the name of Course Careers. Number one, the reason why I took Course Careers was because of the price. Course Careers is extremely affordable. It is only $500. And if you utilize my discount code, it can take $50 off and it'll actually be $450. But even better, they have a payment plan for those of us who wasn't able to pay $450 up front, because I couldn't even pay $450 up front. That's how bad your brother was. So I wasn't able to pay $450 up front, but they have a payment plan option that allows you to put $100 down and you're able to get access to the course. The number two reason why I got into Course Careers was because of all of the testimonials. The third reason why I took Course Careers was because of the free introductory course. Troy did an excellent, phenomenal job in the free introductory course that gave you an outline of what you will be learning in Course Careers, and also went through his own personal story, his own personal struggles, and how tech sales changed his life and why it will be able to change your life as well. So if you're interested in taking Course Careers, I'm going to put my discount code up and available so you can get $50 off. If you click the link below, you're going to be able to start your Course Careers journey, get $50 off, and then what I want you to do is refer a friend, because once this changes your life, why would you keep it to yourself? You need to let somebody else know. So again, click the link in the bio, click the link below. And when you click the link below, I thought it was on Instagram. When you click the link below, then you'll be able to start your tech journey, get to this tech bag, and don't forget the discount code that's going to take $50 off. Don't hesitate, family. Don't waste no more time. Get into Course Careers right now. Click the link below. Let's get started. And then feel free to reach out to me. I want to help as many people as possible, especially people in my community. So click the link below again. Let's get started. Get the $50 off. Let's get to the bag. I was sold. I said, okay, let's do this. So I go to check out, and then come to find out they got a payment plan. They have a payment plan, family. So from the course was already only $500. I'm going to say that again. The Course Careers course was only $500 and is only $500. Minus the $50 that I get for using Cyrus discount code. So I'm down to $450. But then on top of that, they offer a payment plan option for people like me who couldn't afford to pay $450 right up front. So because I wasn't able to afford to pay $450 right up front, there was a payment plan option where if I could put $100 down, $100 down, I would be able to start my journey in Course Careers and moving on to getting into tech entry level. So I say, this it. If I'm not willing to invest $100 into some information and some knowledge that can help increase my skills, that can potentially help increase my finances, then I don't really believe in me. And that's one of the things that we have to think about when we are trying to make a change in our life. There's no mystery God. There's no pie in the sky. God not going to just drop down out the sky and open up the windows of heaven and pour down all these blessings without you putting in any work. You got to work, family. And you have to be willing to believe in you. And the scripture tells you that ye are all God's children of the most high God, that you was made in his likeness and in his image. So if you are made in his likeness and in his image, family, then that means you have God within you. So what do you mean you don't have no confidence in yourself? What do you mean that you doubt yourself? What do you mean you don't believe that you can accomplish what you will? You can accomplish what you will, but you have to believe. And that's why Jesus said, if you just had the faith of a mustard seed, you could tell a sycamore tree to be removed. You could tell the mountain to be ye removed, and the mountain will be removed. But you have to have at least the faith of a mustard seed and believe in yourself, and you'll be willing to invest whatever is necessary for you to be able to get ahead. So that's how I felt. I always had high confidence in my ability to achieve, and as long as I can get access to the information, give me access to the information, and I can make it work from there. So $100 is nothing. I done lost hundreds of dollars just messing around in crypto.
Oh my God.
Lost it. So if I can lose money in crypto, if y'all can lose money buying lottery tickets because you spending $20 a day buying lotto tickets and not winning no money, then you should be able to invest $100 into being able to get the right information that can help you add to your skills in your tool bag and also change your situation financially. So I paid $100 and I have access to the course immediately. They're going to be able to take out my account $150, I believe, every 2 weeks for 3 or 4 weeks or whatever until the course is paid off. You actually do pay a little bit more because you're doing the payment plan option, but I could care less about that because, again, I have access to the information now and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm excited about learning this information. So I get access to the course and I get started on my journey. Now, in the later video, we'll talk about the course and what does that journey through the course look like, because I believe that's going to be real valuable as well. But anyway, so I start taking the course, and this is I'm going to timestamp it for y'all just to let you know how easy this really is. I started taking this course at the last week in July 22. Last weekend in July, last week, I started taking the course. I finished the course, family, mid-August. I want to say August 19th or so. I actually took the final exam and finished the course. So the speed in which you finish the course is totally up to you. It's 3 months self-paced, but 3 months is for somebody that's not putting in no time, no effort, don't have no urgency for what it is that they're trying to accomplish. Me, I had plenty of urgency because I didn't have no money and I was trying to get my life affairs in order. So I had plenty of urgency and I was ready to do what I needed to do in order for me to be successful. So I wasn't playing. I was taking this course every day. I was carving out hours to get this course done so that I can get done and move on to the next phase. So by the time mid-August comes, I take my final exam. I passed the final exam on the first go round. Now, the score back then was 80%. You had to get 80. I got an 83 or 85, one of those two. My first time taking it. Now, Troy has even dropped it down to 70, making it super easy for you to pass the final exam so that you can go ahead and move on to the next phase of the course. So, beautiful. So, I take my final exam. It takes a couple of days because I believe I took the final exam going into the weekend. So, it took a couple of days for me to get my test scores back. So, I believe on the 22nd or the 23rd of August, I finally got my email that said I had passed the course with an 83. I got my certificate of completion. Now, one of the beautiful things with Course Careers is that they work with companies that prefer Course Career students over other people. So once you get your certificate of completion, you can now start to apply for different companies. Troy tells you in the course not to apply for companies until you've completed the course. So I followed those instructions, right? So once I got the certificate of completion, I started to apply for companies. And you're going to be going through LinkedIn to apply for different technology companies. Most tech companies, if not all tech companies, are on LinkedIn. They utilize LinkedIn. It's a, Facebook for professionals, if you will. And you have a lot of people, in and out of LinkedIn that are just tapping in all different areas of tech. So that's where you're going to be at if you're looking to break into tech. So I started applying at different companies through LinkedIn. So I get a couple of interviews. I started this application process immediately as soon as I got my certificate of completion. If it wasn't that day, it was the next day, I'm applying. I'm taking an hour out of my day each day and I'm putting in applications for SDR or BDR, right? SDR, BDR, which is sales development rep or business development rep. It's the same thing. They just changed the name, but it's the exact same role, right? And I be working in tech sales. So what tech sales is basically I am looking for customers to buy technology from the company that I work for. That's all I'm doing. That's literally all I'm doing. I'm looking for companies who would be interested or could use the technology that my company has to offer, whether it's a product or a service. That's all I'm doing. So I get on LinkedIn. I'm in there an hour a day. And I'm doing two things. I'm applying at different companies, but I'm also networking. That's huge. And when the next video, when I do my course careers review, I'm going to talk about the importance of networking because it was mentioned in the course how important networking is in connecting with different individuals. So I'm doing that as I'm, putting in my applications on a daily basis. So I put in apps, I'm on that grind. And I go through an interview process with a couple of different companies, usually 2 to 3 interviews. You can look to have 2 to 3 interviews. You can have one with probably a recruiter or an HR person. Then you're going to have the next 2 with more senior leadership. So you're going to be looking at 2 to 3 interviews during this process. And, by the grace of God, I was able to have a beautiful interview process with a company that offered me a position in a role at their company starting October the 3rd of 2022. So I was able to start taking the course in July of 2022, last week in July. Finished the course in August of 2022, mid-August. Apply for applications the rest of August and most of September, and was extended an offer in a role the beginning of October, where I have been at ever since. I'm excelling in that role. I've already booked several different meetings, so I've already received a commission check. So it has been a beautiful process, and I'm going to give you some insight because I think this is very important, because they offered me a base salary as well as my commissions totaling $85,000. So I went from working full-time and part-time for $16 an hour at a security company in July to October making $85,000 a year, working from home, remotely, in the home office, all equipment sent to me from the company, all breaking into tech, family. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I went from working a full-time job and a part-time job in security, where I had to get up and leave my house, go sit at a site for 8 to 12 hours a day, then travel back home for $16 an hour, to working fully remotely in a tech company, no degree, no experience, $85,000 a year. And nothing but up from there, because if you listen to other people who have got into the tech industry, you're going to do nothing but promote as long as you execute, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, as long as you're networking. Even if you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the role at your current company, if you network well enough, you will get another opportunity at another company offering you more money. So you're going to level up and be able to hit 6 figures significantly quick. Take Cyrus, for example. He worked at his first company, I believe, making $95K. Within 6 months, he had been offered a position that was paying him over $130,000. I don't think y'all heard me. The brother was at a company for 6 months making $90,000. Then he was offered a position at another company making over $130,000 with only a couple of months of experience in the tech field, no degree. No degree. So the opportunities are there. The tech industry is wide open. And this is just entry level. My $85,000 a year is entry level. So again, I have nowhere but up to go. There's no glass ceiling, family. There's no glass ceiling. So again, I've had success. I've had been able to get a commission check. The largest commission check that I have gotten was $1,200 commission check within the first couple of months of me being at my new role and at my new company, family. And that is how I was able to turn $100 into $85,000 by getting into the tech industry entry level and doing what I need to do, believing in myself and putting in the work. And those are the two biggest things: believing in yourself, putting in the work consistently, and you're going to see results. So if you're interested in changing your career path, if you're interested in leveling up financially, if you're interested in just getting into a different lane and you see the world passing you by at your current position and you looking to get in the tech field and you don't know what to do, where to start, how to get in, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go take this certification on Microsoft or this certification here and then I'm going to be able to get into the tech field. Absolutely not. I know firsthand, because the company that I work for, we were hiring for particular positions, and the hiring manager said flat out that, they've interviewed people with college degrees and all of that stuff. They're looking for people who actually know the role. They're looking for people that have some experience within the role, people that have been in a tech company before, things like that. So these tech boot camps train you specifically on the role. So when you get into these interviews, you can speak to your skill set and your knowledge that you learn from the tech boot camp as if you've been in that role already before. And this is what these tech companies are looking for. And after you get into one tech company, the rest of tech is wide open now because you have that on your resume. You literally have tech companies experience on your resume. It's a wrap after that. Now you can go into any other industry. You want to get into fintech, med tech, cybersecurity, project management, IT, help desk, cloud engineering, all of that stuff. You can do all of that stuff once you kick in the door. So if you're interested in that, I need you to click the link that is going to be posted below this video, because I think that's very important that you do that so that you can have an opportunity to go the same route that I went. Course Careers is an amazing course. It's a beautifully put together course with quality information. And if you would like, again, to get into the tech industry, change lanes, and you want to get started in the tech, then you want to go ahead and click the link below so that you can go ahead and start your journey through Course Careers right now. And I'm going to include my discount code as well. Now, a lot of people have their name changed for their discount code. I've been having a discount code for a minute, and I didn't even ask about them adding my name to it. I could, but I didn't. I just took whatever the default one was. So I'm going to put my discount code in there for you as well, so you can have $50 off, so that you can go ahead and get started, family. If you can't invest $100, if you can't take $100 and bet on yourself with that, nobody else gonna be able to help you. Nobody else is going to be able to help you if you can't take $100 and bet on yourself and do something with it, family. So that's just real. So don't sit around complaining about your current situation, about what this person not doing, this company not doing, what the government doing, what the society doing, none of that. No, you need to take control of your own reality, and you need to start here. So I appreciate you all for checking this video out. I appreciate you all for supporting the content. And again, if you're interested in being a Course Career student, click the link below. I'm going to give you my discount code and you can get started today. Peace and blessings, family.